FRISCO. Not long ago, Dallas Cowboys defensive end Randy Gregory expressed to me the great lesson he's learned via his substance abuse experiences. "One thing I've learned on this journey," he said, "is that it can happen to anybody. Young, old, man, woman, rich, poor. Anybody, and now it's happened again." Ian Rapoport of NFL.com first to report that Gregory, who participated fully in the 2018 season, has been suspended indefinitely for yet another violation. Not that this was predictable, that would be unfair to Gregory's struggles. But I wrote last summer about the very strict guidelines that Gregory would need to abide by here. Agent and attorney Daniel Moskowitz isn't being specific about the details of the violation, but well, read below, and you'll see how little room the player had for error, and the number of places he may have erred. From my original reinstatement story, according to a series of interviews conducted with people close to this week's NFL decision to reinstate Gregory after serving 2 years of suspension for drug issues, along with documents obtained by Cowboys 247, the league's leash on the rehabbing player remains short and taut. Moskowitz tells me that much of the work done in the 2,000-page reinstatement petition to the NFL, along with the final in-person presentation Gregory made before NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, was about demonstrating that the Randy portrayed by some isn't an inkling close to reality of who he really is as a person, son, father, teammate and friend. So we had to change the misconceptions some people may have had, as Gregory has said in interviews, and surely said to Goodell, he's a whole different person, on a whole. With the help of Moskowitz, longtime power broker Mike Ornstein and consultant Anna Ashton, and most of all, of course, Gregory, the commissioner's office bought what they were selling. With a mention of it being on a conditional basis. With substantial reservations put in writing. With that short and taut leash that seems crafted to not only protect Gregory from his own foibles, but also to protect the Shield against any error in its own judgment. Important findings from the NFL study of him that have been passed on to Gregory, according to my sources, *, the period of sobriety the league seems to be able to confirm goes back 6 months, not back 2 years, as persons close to this situation had claimed earlier. And league doctors believe Gregory's ability to sustain psychological health is very much an ongoing process. *, the NFL congratulates Gregory on his willingness to place himself in a sober living residence, in outpatient care and in a series of 12-step programs designed to help with psychotherapy and pharmacotherapy, but medical officials are cautioning him that moving from that tightly structured environment into more freedom mustn't negatively impact his ability to adhere to the requirements of the policy. The league admonished Gregory for his occasional behavior with medical people trying to administer drug tests and for his occasional failure to keep the league abreast of his whereabouts. Indeed, sources stressed to me that moving forward Gregory will be strictly required to inform league officials of his whereabouts at all times, and that not doing so may carry the same weight as a future failed drug tests, Gregory will likely be banished from the NFL indefinitely. Many of the guidelines can be construed as uplifting in nature. The commissioner's office was clearly moved by the 2,000-page presentation that included letters from Chris Carter, Michael Strahan and Cowboys teammates like Sean Lee, Tyrone Crawford and Jeff Heath. Read those 3 letters in their entirety here. The league cites Gregory's honesty in telling Goodell of his struggles with mental health and sobriety that predate him having failed a drug test as the scouting combine before slipping from blue-chip status to a Dallas second-round risk. That honesty is why the NFL is requiring follow-up care and treatment, attendance at Alcoholics Anonymous-type meetings, a continuing relationship with a 12-step sponsor and a life coach, and a live-in companion to help with that structure. It seems the NFL is willing to move quickly to approve of all of the above, but until it does, Gregory will remain on a reserve commissioner suspension. That means he'll be in Oxnard at camp, but not able to fully practice until he's moved off that list. In Goodell's meeting with Gregory, we're told, the commissioner advised the player of his desire for Gregory to be a success story, but that now the next chapter needs to be written by Gregory himself. Hopefully for Randy Gregory, the tale he creates will be jubilant and popular and lengthy, as sobriety can be among the greatest freedoms of all. Hopefully for Randy Gregory, the tale he creates will not be as short and as taut as the NFL leash that some might view as creating an existence that is something short of